We all saw that great match he played against Pete Sampras at the U.S. Open in the quarterfinals. Took Sampras to 7-6 in the fifth, double faulting on match point. And I think that match gave him the confidence that he can beat the best players in the world, Joel.
So the 23-year-old Corretja serving to start the semi.
No!
And taking a very easy point to begin the match.
Yeah, he's got a very underrated first serve. When he gets that first serve in, he can win some free points. He's also very comfortable at the net. For a really great ground stroker, he won the doubles earlier this year on the clay in a couple events, so he can volley.
No!
We'll see if we can find out a little bit about the mindset of Ivanisevic early in this match. Forced there, 2 straight points to start it all off for Corretja, but maybe that Becker match where he battled back from that deficit in the tiebreak with 4 set points for Becker, where Becker lost in straight sets to Ivanisevic. Maybe that told us more than anything else about Goran this week, that he is back and he's ready to stay around.
Well, he said he was very mentally fresh after not playing for 3 weeks because of injury, so he's really into it.
First double fall to the match.
And Corretja has an extremely high ball toss, and when he lets that ball drop a little bit too low, he can pull a few second serves down into the net. And here he's playing a little short. Ivanisevic has the easy forehand down the line there. Corretja's got to keep his depth, otherwise Goran will step in like that and tee off on him. Unbelievable racket control to slide his racket underneath the ball and lob it over Ivanisevic's head. And look at that in between the leg shot, a la Yannick Noah. He popularized that shot many years ago.
Game point now for Corretja at 40-30. Side of Ivanisevic. If the points go long, normally you think that would be to the advantage of Corretja, but early we've seen the long points belonging to Ivanisevic, which bodes well for the big Croatian.
Yeah, Corretja just trying to find his rhythm on his ground strokes, trying to find his depth. Very important on any surface to hit the ball deep, but certainly on clay.
Almost moving into the net before he made that shot, tried to make the pass.
And there, Corretja really got away with one. He hit the ball extremely short there. Goran netting that easy forehand.
Second unforced error in this first game of the match for Ivanisevic compared to 2 winners. He's going between the legs with that one.
Here we go, the whipper forehand, good volley, and that's all he could do was try to play it between his legs. How many times, Joel, have you seen in the first game each guy go between the legs?
Yeah, I think they were watching those World Ice Hockey Championships far too much earlier in the week.
I think so.
Back to deuce.
No!
Playing a little exhibition tennis here in the first game of semifinal.
Ivanisevic content to wait. Drew the unforced error from his opponent, Corretja. So now the break opportunity is there after Corretja had a couple of looks at closing things out, a couple of game points. It's been a tough first service game for the Spaniard.
No!
Corretja 5-6 feet behind the baseline most of that point. So an ominous beginning for the 23-year-old from Barcelona, Ivanisevic, up a break. Ivanisevic up a break to begin the match, showing so much patience in a very long first service game for Corretja. It took almost 7 minutes. The Italian Open, a draw of 64, is the 5th stop of the Mercedes Super 9 Series. The winner taking home $325,000, 370 big points. As well on the ATP Tour. The other finalist, $171,500. And the loser today in the semifinal matchup still is going to be picking up $90,000.
Probably still find a couple plates of pasta for that price, Joel.
Plenty of lira in there. Strong beginning continues for Ivanisevic, and it'll really be strong if it's an easy hold after what Corretja went through to start this match. Second serve at 15, Love.
There's a great forehand, wrong footing, Ivanisevic. Here it is. Takes that early preparation, whips that forehand back behind Goran.
No!
It's very important when you're moving on the clay to be balanced when your opponent hits, so you can move in any of the 4 directions.
I need a lesson, coach. Ivanisevic with the unforced air. And all of a sudden, 15-30. So much at stake for that young man, Alex Corretja, with a win today. And it depends upon what Ivanisevic does in the other semifinal. Corretja could move into the top 10 with a win in the semifinals here. Been a great clay court season for Alex.
Very consistent results. He's a great competitor, and he also is one of the most popular guys in the tour. Very, very nice young man.
No.
Huge first serve. Even blocking it back. You can see the pace. Took it right out of play off the block from Corretja. And a game point now for Ivanisevic.
Goran didn't like that lead call. He thought he had a service winner.
Goran already has a couple of titles this year, defending his titles at Zagreb and Milan earlier this year. And ace #1 in the match. There should be a bushel full before it's all over, the way that he has been serving. Now they're saying no.
Another lead. Goran
He
just
can't believe it.
Goran's thought he's won the point twice already.
Don't get the guy mad, whatever you do.
He just serves hard.
So Taylor Ivanisevic to start it all off. Just a little bit shy of 124 miles an hour.
Well,
189 Ks.
We do know, Joel, that his shoulder is loose early in the match.
It's hot. It is warm and muggy. This could be the hottest day, and we've said that each day, but it keeps getting warmer.
Yeah, I played a little bit on the red clay this morning just to work out. And
straight set winner, I understand.
Extremely warm, yeah. No points, no money. Only pride.
Against a younger opponent, I'm told, as well.
Absolutely. But now we can go for that extra plate of pasta after the match today,
You
Joel.
can. You played.
No.
Corretja needs a good hold here this game to stop the bleeding.
Fortunately for both players, when we talk about these warm conditions all week long, and it's been an unbelievable week to be here in Rome, but it has been sticky. Both have only needed 3 sets on one occasion in making their way to the semifinals, and that had to be an asset.
Well, certainly both players are extremely fit, but I would say Corretja has been playing week in and week out, and Goran just coming off of a 3-week break.
Quick point for Corretja on serve, at least the way it has gone over the first couple of service games.
Now he's starting to find a little rhythm with his ground strokes, starting to move the ball around a little bit more, getting better depth, which will draw the airs from Ivanisevic.
Beautiful backhand.
Yes, definitely got one of the sweetest one-handed backhands on the tour. He can topspin or slice with equal ability.
Let's remind everybody, Corretja dealt very well with adversity yesterday in the quarterfinals. Lost that first set to Karim Alami and bounced right back.
No.
Just long. 40-15.
Well, Alami showing some great athletic ability. He really rushed Corretja and came to the net all the time. This is going to be a little different match today. Goran quite content to sit back and trade ground strokes with him.
The ace closes it out for Corretja, so he bounces right back in his second service game, but still it's Ivanisevic up a break. Ivanisevic getting ready to serve for the second time. Up a break as we look at the road to Hanover, the top 8 in points to defend, Tom.
Yeah, Ivanisevic can make a big move here this week. He's got no points to defend. If he wins this tournament, he gets 370 points. That could jump him ahead of Krajicek, Kafelnikov, and possibly even Muster, who lost a bushel full of points. He lost over almost 500 points this week alone. So he could be the big mover on that road to Hanover.
So Goran Ivanisevic, the opportunity now to move into at least the top 5, overtake Krajicek easily, as Krajicek went out in the second round here. He was holding down the number 5 spot. Seemed like it sat up on that tape for a long time.
Yeah, sometimes the left courts can hurt you, sometimes they can help you. In that case, it made the ball sit up and had the easy forehand for the put away.
Ivanisevic is yet to lose a point when he gets that big first serve in. He's now 6 for 6.
Look at this big forehand. He really unleashes inside out to the Corretja forehand. Corretja got no chance there.
On the line, Corretja wants to see. Rub it out. So the A's closes out a very easy servers game. It only took a minute. At love, the hold for Ivanisevic. Up a break still, 3-1.
And sometimes Corretja obviously is the smaller server of the two. If Ivanisevic's games are going very quickly, he can kind of feel like he's serving all the time. God, is my serve again so quickly?
I'll match your ace, but I don't think that's exactly what Corretja has in mind today. He needs to do a lot more than aces. Aces are identical thus far, though, at 2 apiece.
Yeah, he'd certainly like to have a couple easy service games to kind of solidify his position in this set.
No!
Key really has to be moving the big guy around, though.
Exactly. Getting a lot of balls back, moving him around, changing pace, giving him no pace to work with.
Great depth to the Corretja backhand. Interesting that he is staying on that backhand side, and it's such a good one for Alex.
Yeah, Alex is definitely a little more solid on the backhand. His forehand can be a bigger shot, but he'll make a few more errors off the forehand side.
Thirty love. So after the overhead, he stayed right up there and advanced to the net.
Yeah, Goran playing some defense here. Corretja's got the easy overhead, comes in and blocks that volley behind Ivanisevic for the easy put away.
Potential for the easiest hold so far for Corretja. So back-to-back holds at love for Corretja as well as Ivanisevic. Still, the big Croatian continues to be up a break in this opening set.
Hi.
Ivanisevic gets ready to serve for the third time in this match. Up a break right now on Alex Corretja. And don't forget, a little bit later today on ESPN at 5:30 Eastern Time, Bob Murphy's the defending champion. George Archer, champion there in 1995, has the lead right now at the Upper Montclair Country Club in Clifton, New Jersey. It's the Senior PGA Tour's Cadillac NFL Golf Classic. Separate division for the NFL players as well. Very entertaining affair. Always fun. Join us this afternoon at 5:30 Eastern.
As Corretja snaps that backhand pass, and Goran can't handle it. Love 15.
Surprised Goran with that much court didn't go across court.
Exactly. Here Corretja's coming in on the backhand, plays it down the line to keep it in front of him. Got that easy volley once again into the open court.
Could be the breakthrough for Corretja. Ivanisevic with a nice volley coming into the shortstop.
Comes in with the easy forehand. He whips it cross court. And look at this wingspan here. A little bit of a miss hit on the volley, but good wingspan allows him to cover a lot of net up there. Good split step and a very nice reach.
Not a bad time for an ace. At least get back on even terms in the service game after 2 straight points for Corretja to start it all off. You have to love the consistency of the Italian cameramen.
They always manage to pick out the nice looking ladies in the crowd.
They never stop.
Oh!
Second serve at 30 all. Ivanisevic up a break in this opening set. Serving the 3-2 edge.
Corretja whips that forehand. Look at the drop volley here. Corretja looks like he's on it. Racket's out in front. Flicks it cross court. Just catches the tape. But he missed a chance in that point, Joel, to come to the net himself. He was halfway in, and then he backed off.
Game point, Ivanisevic.
Himself back into that
point. Down the line with power that previous shot.
Yeah, great down the line, and here he is running around. Look at the court coverage. Look at that footwork. Whips it, and Goran just can't handle it. The depth and the spin.
A little bit long. Ivanisevic thought he had it, but it was long.
And this is what Alex has been looking for, second serves on big points.
Well, the first look at a break point now for Alex Corretja to get back on even terms in this opening set. You joined us a little bit late. Corretja's serve to start this semifinal affair and promptly lost his first service game. The 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and even better than that, obviously, close to 124 miles an hour. But
here it is. Great leg action, quick arm action. No chance for Corretja. He's almost got a guess there, Joel, on that first serve. It's too fast. It's coming too fast to just stay in one place and react both sides.
This is where he can capitalize, though. but he didn't take advantage of it prior to that one. That second serve, Ivanisevic had only won 1 of 5 previous second serves.
And here he's so far out of court, he feels he's got to go for a shot. He can't play a defensive shot. And that time he elected just to go back to the Ivanisevic backhand. He didn't move him around or use a whole court.
First serve over.
It's one of the basics in tennis. Make your opponent move. Don't let him stand in one spot to hit the ball.
No!
Move the big guy around. He did exactly that. They get back to deuce.
I think he must have heard us, Joel. That time he had the easy forehand. Instead of going the backhand, he hit it down the line to the Ivanisevic forehand for the winner. Here it is. Look at Goran's playing fairly far behind the court there as well.
What a he hasn't been on top of that shortly.
Right off the line. The linesman doesn't have to clean the lines today, because the players are doing it for him. Goran really painting the lines with his serve and his ground strokes.
Game point, Ivanisevic. Closes it out after the first work of the break for Corretja. And we are all even in this opening set. On Stadium Court this afternoon, Goran Ivanisevic owns the most victories on the ATP Tour this year, the most match wins. On the opposite side of the net, Alex Corretja, the other semifinalist, owns the most wins on clay so far this year on the ATP Tour. I'm Joel Myers alongside Tom Gullickson. Blistering warm afternoon in Roma. We are at Foro Italico for the semifinals of the Italian Open. Still, Ivanisevic is up a break at 4-2 in this opening set. See ya.
Goran not happy with that decision. He could have hit an easy approach shot there. Instead, he elects to go for that drop shot off the backhand. Here it is. And it's almost like an invitation for an easy put away for Corretja. Goran not happy with his decision there.
Court's been quick this week for the most part. Dry and warm conditions. Last week it was rainy, it was cold. It was a completely different story in Hamburg where the ball really stayed down.
Exactly.
Took a little bit of a skip as Ivanisevic looked down at the court to see what happened. It was just short of the baseline, so it wasn't really off the line. It didn't appear to be that way, Tom. How hot is it? I think she told you. 2 points in a row for Corretja on serve.
No!
Right on the line.
Second serve ace.
Little bender. Just throw the changeup in there and send it to a good angle.
Alex looking for his second consecutive love service game here.
It's got to be a pick-me-up after the way it all began.
No!
A good play by Goran there to take that forehand, rip it, come in and stick the volley. Put a lot of pressure on these Spanish players. They don't like it when you rush them like that.
Very aggressive move. May see more of that, Tom. You bring up a good point, though. Put the pressure on the young man who's not been in as many finals, of course, as Ivanisevic. Almost as if Ivanisevic was fooled by that second serve. So another ace for Corretja. Second serve ace. Still though, Ivanisevic by a break. Updating you on what has developed over the last few days here at the Italian Open. A quarterfinal loss, but Jim Courier looks to be in good form. Lost in a tiebreak in the final set to Marcelo Rios, the Chilean who's been so successful. Ivanisevic looking strong coming off the finger injury. Sampras, Chang failing to win a match in Rome, losing in the first round. Sampras now has lost 3 matches in a row. Updating you on the developments, and let's not forget about Thomas Muster as well, losing in the second round here in a 3-hour match to Scott Draper. Ivanisevic currently up a break as we welcome you back to Foro Italico. Joel Myers and Tom Gullickson at Stadium Court. Ivanisevic has that nose ahead right now by a break, 4-3 in this first set.
And this is exactly what Corretja wanted. He wanted to win some points early in Goran's service games. Put a little more pressure on that serve.
Really came with a fastball on the second serve, believe it or not, because prior to that, Ivanisevic had only won 2 points out of 8 second serves.
Corretja running out of court for that angle overhead winner by Ivanisevic.
First serve when it's been in has been unreal for Ivanisevic. 15 out of 17 so far. How about 16 out of 18? Not a bad percentage, right at 90%.
Yeah, perennially he leads the tour in first service points won just about every year, and you can see why.
That is ace number 5 already for Ivanisevic. An easy hold at 15. So 5-3 Ivanisevic. Corretja trying to extend this opening set. Corretja's serve has certainly settled down since he lost that first service game. He's now won 12 of his last 14 points on serve. But can he stay alive in this first set? There's only been one break opportunity for Ivanisevic. That was back in the very first service game, and he capitalized.
And the way he's serving, it definitely doesn't look like he needs more than one break, Joel. Corretja rips a cross-court backhand, getting a nice angle, and Goran on the dead run slaps it down the line, on the line.
I understand you're taking these Italian cameramen out to dinner at the end of the tournament.
No!
Another good serve from Corretja. He's done pretty well on his first serve as well, winning about 75% of his first serve points.
It is ironic that time, and it's worked out this way over the last couple of games. It's been Ivanisevic who's been taking the pace off of things, and Corretja's been blasting away.
Yeah, he can slice that backhand quite well, and he uses that shot effectively. Gives him plenty of time to recover if he's a little bit out of position.
No!
Big point for Corretja. Otherwise, he was facing a double set opportunity for Ivanisevic. He had to have it. Alex Corretja.
Well, he certainly had his best success when he's keeping Ivanisevic on the run rather than hitting too many balls back to the same spot.
No!
Just long again. So now a game point for Corretja. Put it back into the corner of Ivanisevic to try to close out the set on his own, if he can. There is one guarantee this afternoon. His heat is not going to bother the Spaniard, Alex Corretja. Ivanisevic serving for the first set of the semifinal when we come back.
5-4.
Have to have the same seats, though, field boxes.
Absolutely.
We go from the fire right to the ice. Ivanisevic serving for the set when they put it back into play. The ice, though, we could use some. The Avalanche and the Red Wings game 2 tonight in Denver. It'll come your way on ESPN at 7:30 Eastern. I love it. Rocky Mountain High.
Yeah, my buddy Eddie out in Denver's got a couple season tickets. He loves the hockey out there. They're nuts for hockey in Denver.
And obviously now, after winning the cup last year, taking the opening game over the Wings 2-1. Ivanisevic serving for this first set. 5-4 advantage now. They call a let. He's not happy.
He's not happy with this umpire here calling. This is about the third or fourth let he has not agreed with. That means he'll probably hit an ace here.
Down the line, just the same though by Corretja.
Here he is coming in. Look at that backhand of Corretja. Shoulders still, follows through toward his target. Beautiful placement on that backhand pass.
You know, just before we broke away, I mentioned that this weather should not bother Corretja in the least. Growing up in Spain, making his home now in Barcelona. Been down to Marbella, Puerto Banús, spent a lot of time in Barcelona, up near the French border. Some of the most oppressive heat I've ever experienced has been in Spain. So it should not be a hindrance to him today.
No!
Just long.
There's a missed opportunity for Corretja. Love 15-second serve. He's got to make that return. And he knows it.
It's under the third point. 9-second serves that Ivanisevic has taken advantage of. $15 all. Took some pace off it. It really paid off.
And Goran looked a little indecisive about what to do with that short ball when it was low like that off the nice Corretja chip backhand.
15-30. Ivanisevic, a little regroup in the back. A little mini conference. Huge point coming up for Corretja.
Corretja's dilemma. Does he go heat down the middle or will he go wide?
Wide and long at that. Here's where Corretja has been able to capitalize on the second serves.
high backhand. Look at good depth in the court. Ivanisevic is over on the forehand side, and look, here he goes back to the forehand. Goran slips on the court, no chance.
So now, double break points. Alex Corretja.
Look, all the pace on that return again. Very smart play by Corretja. And once again, Goran made a bad decision on his shot selection at a very crucial point.
Thank you. I couldn't believe he went for that drop.
No. That ball was sitting there. He should have ripped it. He's got a great double-handed backhand.
5-all to this first set. The resilient Corretja. We've seen it before. Came from behind to beat Karim Alami in the quarterfinals, and now on even terms in this first set.
He's
He's a point better off.
And it just matched Ivanisevic in aces, five apiece. You don't normally think of the Spaniard as a big server, but he can crank on that first serve.
If I was Ivanisevic.
No, he hasn't won a point on the drop shot yet. But he's playing against one of the fastest guys on the tour.
Great net coverage, great court coverage all the way around.
Not a good idea.
First 2 points at 5-all, belonging to Corretja. Certainly a shift in momentum here late in this first set.
Really went after that forehand.
Just when we thought Ivanisevic was ready to go away against Becker, though, he showed us a lot of stuff inside. Showed he had a big motor, too. Game point, Corretja.
Second serve return, right shot winner. Corretja will give here, fakes the double hander, comes underneath the ball. Good touch. Corretja's got no chance for that, but Alex will give him that shot at 40 love.
The 23-year-old Spaniard from Barcelona has his first lead of the match. We'll find out how Ivanisevic responds when we come back. We found out about the intestinal fortitude of Goran Ivanisevic just a couple of days ago in his match with Boris Becker, coming way back, facing 4 set points, and he eventually won that in straight sets. Now we'll find out a couple of days later and a lot of plates of pasta later how he handles the pressure. Ivanisevic serving to try to tie things up and force a tiebreak. Joel Myers, Tom Gullickson. Semifinal day of the Italian Open. And what a place to be. Absolutely an incredible setting. Maybe the best for tennis in the world. Unforced error. Corretja saying, wait a minute. It looked long, the serve. Play the point over. What a sportsman. And let's face it, you talked about at the outset how well liked Alex Corretja is. This past March in Miami, Alex Corretja received the Stefan Edberg Sportsmanship Award. And it cost him a point. He could have done a Harpo Marx.
And now he's maybe not happy with the. Oh, he lost his shock absorber on his racket.
Just a little cleaning.
Actually, he broke a string there, I think, on that return. Going to probably one of his 10 rackets. On clay, you do break more strings because the dirt gets in between the strings. A lot more friction, and on clay, you break a lot of strings. Cost the boys a few bucks to get those rackets rebuilt.
And we know they pay out of pocket.
Absolutely. It's one of the things they have to pay for. String jobs.
The Italian cameramen major in crowd shots. They go to school for that before they're ever allowed on stadium court. A little bit long for Corretja.
The shock absorber in the racket kind of dampens the pressure on your arm a little bit. And certainly when you're returning a serve like Ivanisevic's, you need all the shock absorbers you can get because you got some big shock coming your way.
Ivanisevic has been great on first serves. Dismal so far on second serves. Finally takes care of the second serve there, though. But that's only the 4th in 12 second serve points he's needed, as opposed to the first serve when he's taken 19 of 23.
Well, that time Corretja just hit the ball way too short. And look at Goran's got all kinds of time to measure this one, and he could have hit it either side. Chooses to go inside out.
So a hold for Ivanisevic and Love to force the tiebreak. So we do find out that Goran isn't going anywhere. Tiebreak records this year. Ivanisevic 12 and 14. Corretja, believe it or not, with all these matches on clay, he's only had 5 tiebreaks. He's got a 3-2 record.
Well, it is easier to break serve on the clay. That's number 1. And look at Goran. He's played 26 tiebreakers already this year. A lot of indoor, probably tiebreakers.
Caught the back service line. Tough skip for Ivanisevic to adjust to.
Goran seems to be, his body language is sagging a little bit. He seems to be talking to himself a lot. See if he can regroup here.
That first serve, so much good. He's on the offensive all the time after that first serve.
Yeah, there's only so much defending you can do against these big shots here. Here he stops and measures this forehand, whips it down the line for the clean winner. Now he's definitely overpowering Joel when he gets that first serve in. There it is, quick snapper. He's got the easy short ball. Watch him moving around, getting the forehand. Electing to go cross court with this one, just buries it.
So Ivanisevic holding his 2 serves. 2-1 lead in the tiebreak. There. What a bad time for that unforced point.
Boy, he had a big chance there. That ball was sitting still and was moving so slow. Did a great return, forcing a half volley, and look at him. God, he wants that one back.
2-all. Off the center service line, this time for Corretja, well placed at the same time. So Corretja holding his 2 serves.
Once again, he's in that emergency situation, 9-1-1.
It's long. First serve has not meant much to Ivanisevic at all, has it? He's won 22 of a possible 26 points when he gets it in.
I'd say he does pretty well. Corretja's not far behind at 82%.
Yes.
On his own first serve.
18 out of 22.
But the difference in the second serves, Corretja's won 56% of the time when he's hit a second serve. Ivanisevic has only won 38% of his second serves. So that edge in the rallying department when the ball actually goes back and forth a few times, edge Corretja.
No!
Good man holding serve in the tiebreak.
Good depth on the Ivanisevic volley there. Corretja guessed right, and he had the forehand, but the depth beat him.
Waiting for our first break on serve in this tiebreak. It is 4-3, Ivanisevic.
And the sun seems to be a problem for Corretja. He looked up into the sun after he missed that first serve.
Almost another great get. Well, it's going to take a lot of Ivanisevic on a sunny day like today.
This forehand, look at how he whips that forehand. Ivanisevic on the dead run, fully stretched out, missing that defensive lob. Great use of the court that time by Corretja.
Mark a point up like that for later in the match when the gas tank starts throwing a little bit low.
Exactly.
Two straight serves, two straight holds for Corretja. 5-4, Alex.
And that was a smart serve. He kicked that serve up, Joel, got it up high on the backhand of Ivanisevic, and he had to chip it, which is not his best shot.
He's really had luck taking something off that first serve from time to time. It's long. And there is the first break of serve in this tie break. It belongs to Corretja, who now has a set point. In fact, he's got a couple of set points coming up if he needs them. 6-4 Corretja. What a time. A serve of almost 124 miles an hour.
Corretja thinks he caught the line again. Corretja thought he may have hit it long and on the sideline.
But still, another set point for the 23-year-old from Barcelona, and he'll be serving this time. Let's see if it's the power of the finesse, this first serve. So the set belongs to the young man that was behind most of the way in this opening set. Alex Corretja in the tiebreak. 7-5 for Goran Ivanisevic.
Io ieri ho fatto come te, non chiamare. Era fuori. Infatti io ieri non l'ho chiamato e poi tu me l'ha cambiato. Oh, grazie per vedere.
Alex Corretja now 4-2 on the year in tie-breaks after taking that opening set from Goran Ivanisevic in a tie-break. Won the tie-break 7-5 after Ivanisevic led it serving for the set at 5-4. Couldn't close it out. Corretja finally broke through to even it up at 5 apiece. They then held serve once again to take it to 6-all to force that tie-break. And Corretja, every time he got an opportunity for a second serve from Ivanisevic, he got it back into play, and he orchestrated some really nice points.
Yeah, he's very, very solid in the rallies. And Ivanisevic is a paltry 36% winning on his second serve, and he's got to improve that number if he's to get back into this match, Joel.
A very clean beginning at the same time for Alex Corretja. Not beating himself with a lot of unforced errors. In just a moment, we'll be taking a look at those numbers. But first, the start of the second set, Goran Ivanisevic serving. We mentioned both have not been all that busy this week with being extended into 3 sets. Only once for each over the early rounds of this tournament. First set took just about 57 minutes as Ivanisevic owns the first 2 points of this second set. With the serve, sending it out wide to the backhand side of Corretja.
And that's basically the serve that all lefties love, that wide slice out to the right-handed backhand. A lot of lefties have made a great living throughout their career. McEnroe, Connors, just to name a couple. Rod Laver.
Got away from Corretja, and an easy beginning to the second set for Goran Ivanisevic, just like he started the first set. He holds at 15. He's got the early edge.
Second set.
Ivanisevic holding at 15 to start the second set with the early advantage right now. As we look back at the numbers, our match update on the first set. And such a clean first set for Alex Corretja.
Yeah, Corretja was very solid. He only made 8 unforced errors in the entire set, 13 games. First serve percentage of 59 and winners of 15. Almost a 2-to-1 winners to unforced errors ratio, which is terrific. Ivanisevic, on the other hand, more winners at 18, but twice as many unforced errors at 18. First serve percentage 67, which is very good percentage for a guy serving that big.
And with the way things went on that second serve for Ivanisevic in the first set, he might start thinking about going for a little bit more on those second serves in the second set.
Exactly.
Corretja now serving for the first time in the second set.
Once again, being bothered by the sun there. He looked up at the sun again after the double fall. So this would be a good side for Goran to really try to sneak that break.
Got away from Ivanisevic. That double fault was second for Corretja. Believe it or not, the big server doesn't have one yet, but Corretja has two so far.
And there, Goran showing a little impatience. Earlier in the match, at the beginning of the first set, he was very patient with his ground strokes. Now he's trying to pull the trigger a little quicker in the points.
Let's see if Corretja, even more so in this second set, tries to take a little pace away from Ivanisevic as well, something you were talking about. Take some pace away from him.
There's Corretja with the backhand. Here's Goran really lining up this forehand, hitting it down the line big, and Corretja just can't get there. That was the most patient Goran's been in about the last 3 or 4 games of rallies.
15-30. Don't forget it was Ivanisevic who had the early break in the opening set. Let's see what he does with the second serve. Another double fault, the third. And Ivanisevic, the guy you think would be a little bit explosive and possibly wild at times on that serve, doesn't have a double fault yet.
And for being so steady the entire first set, here Corretja showing some very uncharacteristic errors early in the second set.
Double break opportunity, and we'll never forget that one.
Goran would like to have that one back. Big looping topspin. Goran tries to take this ball on the rise. Look at that jump he tries to hit, that jump swing. Don't try this at home. We got to put a disclaimer on that.
Did you bring your glove with you? I didn't know foul balls in the stands. We could keep them, couldn't we?
We could, absolutely. ATP Tour's making all kinds of money. They can afford some extra balls.
Another break opportunity for big Goran.
I think if I was Corretja, I'd give him another one of those jumping backhands. And there it was, the jumping backhand again.
And there it goes, his racket.
The jumping racket. He's known for a few racket slams. Here it is. He jumps again. He'd be better off staying on the ground, I think.
So wasted opportunities after Ivanisevic capitalized on his only break chance in the first set. He wastes 2 early here in the second set. It takes us to deuce.
There, Goran elected not to run for that ball.
Made it look too easy, didn't he? Corretja. And all of a sudden it started to get under the skin of Ivanisevic. Let's see if he heads a little bit south now.
Well, the good thing is, even if he's not mentally 100% into it with that big serve, he can keep himself in the matches.
Just an average return.
That was an angry. There's a lot of venom in that forehand.
It's either a winner or I'm sitting down.
Here it is. He takes it back and he just rips it cross court. Corretja's got no chance. A lot of anger in that return.
Deuce number 2. You know, Sampras is gone with the, and Goran pops that up and it comes down and almost hits him on the head. Sampras has made that overhead jump famous at the net, but that was definitely different.
Yeah, we've seen that backhand jump a couple times without success.
This is still PG rated, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Here it is. Corretja just digging that ball back. Goran on the approach comes in. Stabs one backhand volley. Here he is. Forehand volley into the net. And I don't know what you call that.
I won't touch it.
Okay.
I don't think you would either. So Corretja holds after a couple of wasted opportunities, break chances for Goran Ivanisevic, but that has to be the game of the match so far. Don't forget, the NASCAR Busch Series continues. The Core Estates Advantage 200. That is tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. The Busch Series driver point standings. Bodine, Green, Parsons up there, Dick Trickle. Dick Trickle. Dan Patrick would love to hear that.
Dick Trickle used to drive in West Salem, Wisconsin on a little dirt track near my hometown.
Tom Gullickson, the pride of La Crosse, Wisconsin. We're all even in the second set. At 1-all. And Ivanisevic taking it out. Check the pressure in the balls after he's through with them. Unforced error once again.
Yeah. When the ball is coming that slow, he can get a lot closer to the ball than he's getting. He's got to take it on the shorter hop so it doesn't get up so high.
He's reaching a little bit for it?
Yeah, he's just letting the ball come to him, and it's up above his shoulders. You can't control the ball very well when you hit it above your own shoulder.
Second serve at 30-15. He'll take it because he couldn't buy a point on second serve in that opening set. An easy one at that he'll take from Corretja. 40-15. The wind is kicked up. We thank the good Lord for it. It was that warm this afternoon in Rome. An easy hold for Ivanisevic despite the frustrations. Still has that early advantage 2-1. Welcome back to Stadium Court in Warmwood Net at 4-0 Italico. Joel Myers along with Tom Gullickson. Let's revisit the two that we're watching on Stadium Court and their backgrounds. Goran Ivanisevic, the 25-year-old from Croatia, making his home in Monaco now at 6'4", 180 pounds. Currently ranked number 6, but with an appearance in the finals here, the points he could pick up because he didn't have points to defend could move into the top 5 and overtake Krajicek for that number 5 spot. The opposite side, Alex Corretja, the 23-year-old from Barcelona, currently ranked number 15. Depending upon what Berasategui does in the other semifinal against Rios, he could move into the top 10 with a finalist appearance this week. Great records for both this year. 32 match wins for Ivanisevic, 24 for Corretja, who is serving now in the far court. We are on serve in this second set. It is 2-1 Ivanisevic. On for his stairs, propping up for Ivanisevic.
Now, will Goran be able to settle down enough to really get into this match? And will Corretja be able to take advantage of all this unsettledness here?
And finally, Corretja puts it away, but you bring up a good point. Can you capitalize when your opponent's coming unglued? Will you show enough patience to take advantage of it?
Well, the great thing that Goran's got in his favor is he's got that huge first serve, so even if he mentally is really a little bit off, he can still win 2 or 3 free points on a serve and keep holding until he calms down a little bit.
Beautiful ball. Got a great angle.
Smart play by Corretja to take a little off that first serve. Gives him plenty of time to come in. And look at this classic backhand volley. A little bit high to low. Nice firm wrist. Beautiful technique by the Spaniard.
Well, he definitely took advantage of it, as you mentioned. Can he capitalize? Yes, it was an easy service game for Corretja. He held it low. Take it quickly to 2-all in the second set after Corretja won the tiebreak 7-5 to capture the opening set. For those of you that have not been over to Europe to watch tennis, and especially for the clay court season, it is truly the #2 sport in Europe. Soccer by far #1, but tennis is definitely #2, way ahead of everything else over here. They love their tennis. Just wide, no break off that tape for Corretja. And we talked about it earlier this week. The grandstand court here and the history of this whole compound, the opening ceremonies of the Olympics in 1960. I've never ever seen a venue this magnificent for any setting.
It's terrific.
Another giveaway at the net. And Ivanisevic starting to mock himself, so you know it's starting to really get to him.
Well, he really softened up his wrist on that volley and kind of folded it into the net. Got to be firm at contact.
Corretja gets to just about everything, but not that one. And the great serve set it all up, of course. The unforced errors, though, 7 more unforced errors than winners right now for Ivanisevic, compared to 5 more winners than unforced errors for Corretja. He's certainly not beating himself.
And Goran's got, what, 27 errors to Corretja's 14, almost double the amount of errors. And once again, that curse of statistics. We're talking about how solid Corretja's playing. He makes an unforced error on the forehand return.
Well, the serve and volley was available.
Goran mentioning to himself that he's got all kinds of room cross court, and he tries to flick it down the line. Here he comes in, takes a nice little split step, and he goes down the line, hits it very late. He had all kinds of room cross court there.
And 2 straight points and quick ones for Corretja. Take it to deuce. Maybe there will be an opening in the service game for Ivanisevic for Corretja. That serve, you saw it, over 200 kilometers, almost 125 miles an hour. So that is still up there, the velocity.
Somehow he finds an inside out angle with Corretja here on the forehand, way behind the court. Look at that angle. It goes inside the service line and off the court.
Break point, Corretja.
Serving and volleying the second serve. Here it pays off for Ivanisevic. Easy forehand volley into the open court. He made no mistake about that. He was very careful with that volley.
You said earlier that the Spaniards as a whole don't like you to be an aggressor. They don't want you to come in.
Right. They don't particularly. They like to rally. They like to hit a lot of balls, get some rhythm. There was his best forehand approach. He missed two other forehand approaches. But look how he gets down on that one and spins the ball a little more, give himself a little margin for error, and snapping that overhead. For 6'4", 180 pounds, the kid's an incredible athlete. Not a bad serve.
Closes it out. We're still on serve. And still, Ivanisevic. That's that edge of 3-2.
Prendere posto per cortesia. Dai.
Stadium court just about packed, and welcome back to Foro Italico. Semifinals of the Italian Open. Joel Myers along with Tom Gullickson and Corretja try to remain unserved now. Ivanisevic slightly ahead 3-2 in the second set. Corretja took the opening set. Real break for Ivanisevic. You love that hand up there. Sorry, I don't want the point. Take it away from me, please.
Exactly.
Another one of those leaping backhands.
A high kicking serve. Once again, electing not to go for the flat one, but kicking it up high, and that's really paid dividends for Corretja so far this match.
15 all. double. And Corretja will take it.
Corretja using the court very well. They're moving Goran around from side to side. And that's the key for him today. Keep the big fella moving. He's 6'4". It's hard to get around. Hour after hour after hour.
It's got to take its toll, take something out of him from point to point. 30-15.
It's almost on the baseline here. Goran is way behind the baseline. He just comes underneath this one for a perfect winner. Corretja just can't believe that shot. But there's Goran, very unpredictable.
Another one unforced error. Number 31 for Ivanisevic compared to 15 in the match. For Alex Corretja.
He's telling himself to put a little more air underneath the ball instead of hitting it so flat and hitting the net. He's saying give it some air, get it up higher. That's really good advice. Let's see if he follows his own advice here, Bill.
So a hold at 30 for Alex Corretja. The number 10 seed matching up with the number 6 seed. And later today, the other semifinal, Marcelo Rios, who won the Super 9, the Mercedes Super 9 event in Monte Carlo. He defeated Corretja, who we're watching on Stadium Court, is going to be taking on Alberto Barasateki. That's the other semifinal. The winner takes home $325,000 this weekend. Ivanisevic taking his first point on serve. The other finalist, $171,000. Loser today, the semifinalist, who is on his way to the French Open. Both these players will be seated at the French Open, picking up $90,000 this afternoon.
No!
As that was well long. Let's not forget the 370 points as well.
Here you're looking at Goran serve and volley, a second serve, which is a good play because Corretja is so far back behind the baseline to return. Gives him plenty of time to get into good volleying position.
And without any points to defend here, Ivanisevic picking up 370 going to the final and maybe winning there. He could move into the top 5, but not if he commits the unforced errors that we've seen. It is 3-all in the second set. Corretja took the opening set in a tiebreak. Corretja disappointed with himself. Just opened it up, tried to put it on that side. And definitely tried to take some pace off it. Are we headed to another tiebreak in the second set?
Nice depth. Ball stays nice and low. Goran goes with one hand there and an easy backhand volley into the open court.
When Corretja goes to the net, he makes the most of his opportunities. 9 of 10 net points won for Corretja in the match now. And still, it's Ivanisevic holding at 30. And we are still on serve in the second set. We remain on serve in this second set after Alex Corretja took the opening set. Corretja one of 2 of the final 4 here that are Spaniards. And we've been talking about the Spaniards in the Mercedes Super 9 and on the clay court season as well. Spaniards on the rise, well, currently in the top 100. That's the same number, believe it or not. Americans in the top 100.
Yeah, Americans used to dominate the top 100. Now we're even with Spain. Most players with 12. And the Spanish, they all play together. They train together in Barcelona.
What did you say a couple of days ago? Size of Spain about the size of California?
About.
No!
Ivanisevic trying to paint that line. Backhand goes wide. It's a very young group of Spaniards for the most part, and that's probably the reason behind the results in finals. So far this year, when Spaniards do get to the final, they only have a 2-9 record. He advances to the net. Ivanisevic headed there.
Look at this back forehand cross court here. Gets the outside edge of the ball right back to the same spot that Goran just left.
Ivanisevic has been to the net 31 times in the match compared to 10 for Corretja.
There, Goran played the standard slice approach down the line as opposed to the drop shot. Was kind of looking for another drop shot there, Joel. He's won like 2 or 3 points in a row on the drop shot.
Don't remind him. 30-15.
Now it'd be a good play for him to hit that second serve return and come in.
No!
Just long. Looked like some of the rallies we saw very early in this match where Ivanisevic hung in there. Well, that's why he got his early break at the outset of the match. When Draper had luck yesterday, he was drawing the unforced errors from the forehand of Ivanisevic. And now the opening for Ivanisevic.
Here Goran hits that backhand, gets the tape here. Runs around, gets that forehand, inside out for the winner. Lucky break off the tape for Ivanisevic.
Two players identical, 1 of 3 on break chances. That's not the way Corretja wanted to go into the net.
Or his coach, who they just flashed on there.
Ivanisevic can't believe that kind of mistake.
He had that backhand cross court lined up, just caught the tape.
That takes us to deuce.
Corretja working very hard that point, just running and grinding. You could hear a grunt on every shot that point, Joel.
Showing the patience that you would expect from Corretja as things got away from Ivanisevic.
Yeah, I think the longer the point lasts, really, Corretja is definitely favored because he is more patient. He certainly moves a lot better than Ivanisevic.
And another one he was trying to send down the line. So Corretja escapes the break opportunity for Ivanisevic. We remain on serve in the second set. 4 all the Spaniards here, and doing so well, 2 in the final 4. The Americans still missing in action, and Todd Martin and Mal Washington already made news this week saying they would not be at the French Open.
Yeah, Todd's recovering from elbow surgery. Hopefully he'll be ready for Wimbledon. Malavia is recovering from knee surgery. Hopefully he will be ready for Wimbledon as well. Richie Runenberg will be playing at the French Open, and Agassi's wrist injury should be okay to enable him to play at the French.
Now a huge hold for Ivanisevic. Great touch.
And Corretja making him work from every point. Made a great get on that overhead. Here it is right here. Then he's got the easy forehand drop volley. Look at him get down. Softens the hand a little bit and just hits that volley short.
Ivanisevic needs to hold. Otherwise, Corretja will be serving for the match. How many of those did he have in back-to-back games?
Well, the last 2 net cords have definitely gone against Corretja. Goran's definitely not apologizing, though.
He's got so much pace on it. When it does clip the tape, more often than not, it's going to the other side. And there's a huge ace for Ivanisevic, his 6th, to match Corretja in that department.
Watch this action. Very quick, right? He almost hits it right out of his hand, lets the ball go about a foot in the air. Just leaps up into it.
So very easy hold, Ivanisevic, wasting no time. He has a 5-4 lead in the second set as we remain on serve.
5-4. Prendere posto per cortesia.
We've got a 10-round welterweight fight coming your way on the Deuce tonight as ESPN2 boxing continues from Fantasy Springs Casino in Indio, California. Take me to the desert. I feel like we're in the desert already. It is that hot here. Obakar with 25 knockouts in 41 fights, taking on Jamie Rocky Balboa. He's got 58 knockouts. It's a welterweight matchup. Carr and Balboa tonight on the Deuce. And make that tomorrow night, actually, on the Deuce at 10 o'clock Eastern. Now Corretja trying to tie things up in the second set.
He would certainly like to knock this big Ivanisevic right out of the tournament this set.
No!
Didn't do anything with the second serve.
He's going for that big down the line return. That's fairly ill advised. There's a lot more room cross court. He could rip it cross court and just start the point.
Twice as many unforced errors for Ivanisevic, 38 compared to 19 for Corretja. Right on the line.
Yeah, Corretja's not the hardest server on the tour, but he's got great placement. Great defense. Nice backhand approach from Ivanisevic. Watch this backhand approach. He hits a nice and firm cross court. Corretja does well to get to the ball, but he makes him play a low volley, and he just doesn't put enough on it. She like Sabatini. Thought she was, yeah, she's retired. Looked like Sabatini, didn't it?
You're on top of it.
No!
She can play on clay.
No!
Back holds it love. And how long do you want to be out here? Not many long rallies in the second set like we saw in the opening set. 5-all. After Corretja took the first set in a tiebreak. Wind is kicking up to the delight of everyone out here, especially to the Italian cameramen. First serve over.
No!
Because a player is 6'4", Tom, does it take away that lob a little bit that you don't want to try it as often?
Well, the lob is always a good shot, you know, because sometimes it's not so much the height, it's the balance that the players have at the net and how well they move at the net. I always found it was sometimes taller guys are easier to lob because once they get the momentum going forward, they can't change directions as quickly. Or like a guy like a Johnny McEnroe, who was only 5'11", but had great balance at the net, and he moves so well. It was very difficult getting a lob over his head.
Change of direction so quickly. 15-all. Two bounces. What a stretch by Ivanisevic, though. You talk about net coverage.
He is coming in more and more as the match progresses. Watch his backhand pass. He just nails it. And look at the long reach of Ivanisevic. Corretja almost got that ball.
And for the most part, having a pretty good success rate. Successful on 7 of 10 net approaches.
Now that's a winning percentage, Joel.
He's been up there now 36 times, 17 in the second set. Both men painting the baseline, and that's why you heard the murmurs out of the crowd.
Corretja 20-16.
They are standing in any empty space just to watch this match on Stadium Court.
No!
Great crowd. Incredible tennis fans here at the Italian Open. Ivanisevic stumbling.
Well, it's easy to trip on some of these lines on clay because some of them are raised a little bit off the court. Here we watch Goran coming in on the second serve, takes a split step, and he slips right on that service line. Watch the left foot, or right foot actually.
The tie break in the second set.
Take off 15. It is 6-5.
Second serve on deuce number 2. Came way inside the baseline to get it.
Not a bad play.
Did he go down and get it though?
Yeah, he wasn't down on that ball. And when you're 6'4", it's easy to be above the ball. You really got to get underneath that ball. Help give it a little clearance over the net.
Second game point now for Alex Corretja.
No!
Almost took the umpire's head off.
He hit the umpire. It knocked his microphone and his scoring mechanism as well.
Totally unintentional, of course.
Corretja can't believe it. It looked like plenty of clearance.
Obviously, that little scare didn't affect his hearing. He's still very acute ears, this guy.
No!
And well long. So we will go to a tie break in the second set in this adventure for Goran Ivanisevic, who had all these chances in the second set to get back to even to force a third set. Now he's going to have to accomplish it and force that third by winning the tiebreak. 0 for 4 on break chances here in this set.
Well, Corretja's played a lot of clay court tennis this year, and he may be a little more match tough than Ivanisevic, and that's why Goran maybe hasn't taken advantage of his chances as well.
Corretja 4-2 after that win in the tiebreak in the first set. 4-2, his tiebreak record this year. Ivanisevic 12-15. Easy put away.
Good start to the breaker here. Good forehand approach. Once again, Corretja totally stretched out. Easy forehand volley just to tap away. Good start for Goran.
We did not have a break of serve in the first tiebreak until we were about, it was 10 points into it.
Backhand, but good low volley. He gets down on that low volley. Once again, Corretja totally stretched out. Easy backhand put away. Set up by a beautiful low forehand volley.
It's not surprising that the net approaches are 4-1 on the side of Ivanisevic. Corretja doesn't want to come in all that often to begin with. So already Ivanisevic has broken the first serve of Corretja in the tiebreak. 2-love. He'll take that easy point.
Still up the service break, though.
Corretja has already been to 3 finals this year, as saw him most recently on ESPN in Monte Carlo, losing to Marcelo Rios. He was a winner in Estoril and a runner-up as well in Munich. Just long by a foot.
Once again, attacking is paying off for Goran Ivanisevic. This forehand here, another short volley, forces Corretja coming in. It's very difficult to control that lob coming in like that.
And now Corretja gets that break back of serve. Ivanisevic puts it into the net.
Big first serve here, draws the short ball. He lets that drop a little too low. He could have gotten up on it a little bit quicker. Pulls it down into the net.
So now 3-2. Ivanisevic. A couple of serves coming up for Corretja. And they'll put away. So we're all even to the tiebreakers will change sides. Another serve coming up for Corretja. It's interesting in that deuce court. Corretja is regularly going down the middle with his serve.
He is. He's going there a lot. Here he comes in. Another beautiful backhand volley. He's been 10 of 13 on net approaches, so he's been very successful, Joel, when he's come in. He's just elected not to come in very often, electing to stay back and run and hopefully wait for the heirs of Goran Ivanisevic to mount up. But I think when you're trying to win a match, it's certainly good to be aggressive and get into that net and force your opponent to hit some passing shots.
Corretja's final point.
Longest point of the match by far.
And a huge hole. 2 holes for Corretja on serve of the tiebreak. A 4-3 advantage.
And I think Goran would be well advised to take plenty of time before this next serve. He's got to be tired after that long exchange.
On the other side of the net, that's what the Spaniard excels at. Long rallies.
Once again, that low forehand has been a bit of an Achilles heel this week so far. 2 misses in a row on the low forehand approach.
After that very short return of serve, did not take advantage of it. 5-3 Corretja.
He can taste that final.
You're talking about an important serve, though, for Ivanisevic. He's got to have this. Corretja now in the driver's seat.
Again, that forehand set up by a great backhand pass right at the toes. Look at that backhand pass right at the toes of Ivanisevic, setting up this easy forehand. He could have gone either way. Elects to go down the line for the winner. setting up 3 match points. They think the coach is saying.
First match point coming up for Alex Corretja. Corretja will take a long look. He thought it was wide and clipped the line.
That's a great sneak in by Ivanisevic.
And what a point. 6-4 Corretja. Match point number 2.
He would love to win it right here on his own serve. Because obviously having a match point on Goran Ivanisevic's serve isn't a guarantee. And Goran Ivanisevic's lack of match play on play definitely hurt him here because he didn't take advantage of the opportunities he had for the first set and the second set, Joel.
So in straight sets, it's Alex Corretja. He needed a tie break in each. He is one finalist. We'll find out later today. The other, either Rios or Ivanisevic. Stay with us as we'll come right back to wrap things up in Rome.